Stephanie. Today I'm talking about a bit of a heavy book that I just finished reading. It's called In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts, Close Encounters, sorry, my dog. Close Encounters with Addiction by Gabor Mate. As you can tell by the title, it talks about addictions. Personally, I don't struggle with addictions. I mean, I have my own issues, but I think it's taking more the shape of chronic health problems. But I do know people in my life that struggle with addictions, and so I wanted to read this to understand these people better. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was really great. I've been hearing the name of Gabor Mate for a while now, so I finally picked up his books and I really enjoyed it. Gabor Mate is a Canadian physician and acclaimed writer. He's originally a Hungarian Jew who escaped the horrors of World War II, and this had an impact on his own life. And so this is why he writes about these subjects. He's worked a lot in the drug ghettos of Vancouver, so this is mostly where this book takes place. And to be honest, I liked this book so much that as soon as I finished it, I picked up another book of his called Hold On to Your Kids, which was, also fantastic. The way that he describes the human heart is so poignant and it ran so true to me. I mean, for me, it's obvious that this man really knows what it means to be human. He really has a deep understanding of the human heart. The book mostly tells the story of individual addicts that Mate has known in his practice. He describes a little bit their history and, as you can expect, these being hardcore addicts, that they have absolutely horrific histories with various kinds of abuse and violence and, just the worst history imaginable. Campaigns like Just Say No seem really silly in retrospect when you read this kind of book because these people are just trying to escape their pain. Mate really makes the case for the fact that hardcore addicts are the result of society's inability to protect its children. He especially talks a lot about natives who are statistically more at risk to become addicts. He doesn't only talk about personal histories though of other people. He explains how drug works, why addicts are more likely to choose one drug over another depending on what they're looking for, what kind of effect they want. He talks about those drugs' effect on the brain, the long-term effects, and he explains how really hardcore addicts, they don't really have that much choice in their addiction because those drugs have just completely modified how their brain works. He also talks about his own behavioral addictions and what goes through his mind when he's going through, maybe like a phase. It's really fascinating. Also, as a side note, and I spoke about this before, after I read this book, I read another book of his called Hold On to Your Kids. These two books, in my opinion, they go really well together because Hold On to Your Kids explains, the environment that you should provide to your children to avoid to avoid this propensity for addiction. In view of attachment theory, if this says anything to you. So all in all, I think that it's just a fascinating read for anybody, but also especially for those who suffer with an addiction, it could help those people understand themselves better. So totally recommend it. I really enjoyed this book, and see you next time. Bye.